back-to-back breaking updates coming in. The latest that we're learning right now is that Ukraine has called for mass army recruitment in the backdrop of the Russian invasion, which enters day 19 today. As Ukraine puts up a very stiff resistance against the Russian troops, the Ukraine government has now called for mass army recruitment. Suesha continues to be with us. Suesha, before I come to you, let's also listen to the Nats that are also coming in as far as the situation in Ukraine is concerned.
Україно! Україно! Свята мати героїв! Свята мати героїв! Зійди до серця мого! Зійди до серця мого! Прилинь бурю вітрів кавказьких! Прилинь бурю вітрів кавказьких! Шумом карпатських ручаїв! Шумом карпатських ручаїв! Боїв славного завойовника батька Хмеля! Боїв славного завойовника батька Хмеля! Тріумфом і гуком гармат революції! Тріумфом і гуком гармат революції! Радісним гоміном Софійських дзвонів! Радісним гоміном Софійських дзвонів! Нехай душа моя в тобі відродиться! Нехай душа моя в тобі відродиться! Славою Твоєю проміниться! Славою Твоєю проміниться! Бо Ти присвята все життя моє! Бо Ти присвята все життя моє! Бо Ти все щастя моє! Бо Ти все щастя моє! Задзвони мені брязкотом кайданів! Задзвони мені брязкотом кайданів! Скрипом шибениць понурі ранки! Скрипом шибениць понурі ранки! Принеси мені зойки катованих! Принеси мені зойки катованих! У люхах, тюрмах і на засранні! У люхах, тюрмах і на засранні! Щоб віра була моя гранітом!
Geopolitical analyst Jitendra Kumar Oja, who continues to be with us on this broadcast. Mr. Oja, fact is that as far as the strength of the Ukrainian army is concerned, it was never a match against the Russian troops from day one. Despite that, they've been putting up a very strong fight and civilians were provided arms. Many were against that very idea, but Ukraine continues to put up a strong resistance. It has gone into day 19. There has been massive depletion in terms of weaponry, in terms of manpower on both sides. Russia can still afford to sustain, but how long can Ukraine sustain? Where do you see this going?
Look, in the entire conflict, entire war, Ukraine's character has come to the fore. Because all said and done, we may say it's about his president, he has been a comedian, but he has come out to be a real hero in this war. Very fact that they have managed to stretch Russia for 19 days amounts to a kind of moral victory and a kind of global acknowledgement and admiration for the way Ukrainians have withstood. What I see that both sides have very strong reasons to pursue peace, but then there are far too many factors which may work against it. For strong reasons, because all said and done, there are fault lines between Russia and China's relationship already. And Putin, Mr. President Putin is a very wily man. There is absolutely no way he would be unconscious of it, because all said and done, Russia is depleting itself in this war. The very fact that Russia has gone for 19 days. Economic sanctions against Russia is going to push that country at least 30 to 40 or 50 years back. And mind it, the way Russian kind of system, where it is loyalty-driven system, all these oligarchs who have managed to enjoy the comforts of Western cities, these oligarchs are under pressure. And President Putin derives a lot of legitimacy and power because of loyalty of all these oligarchs. What happens if these oligarchs are under pressure, or if their authority or their clout starts crumbling? So President Putin may become domestically also very weak. And in order to entrench himself, retain himself, he may turn far more aggressive. And right now, one other factor is there. You see that Russia and West's hostility of Russia towards Russia, or distrust between West and Russia, goes to centuries and not confined to Cold War itself. Even during Tsarist era they had, and somehow they are dictated by that kind of sentiment. Otherwise, this was post-Cold War was a brilliant opportunity for them to wean Russia away from Chinese influence. That has not happened. So what I see, that there are far too many strong reasons. If both sides are able to work out a kind of face-saving device where nobody is projected as a loser, there are very high chances. But both have to do posturing. Neither President Putin can afford to back out, or he can afford to appear weaker, nor President Zelensky can afford to do that. He has already become a hero. Even if Ukraine takes a little more pounding, I'm sure West is likely to come to some rescue. Some kind of arrangement has to be there. Some support already must be going on, because in war, everything does not come in public. But the very fact that, they have come to this far, I feel that the strong reasons are there if both the leaders act with sanity, and the quality of third-party facilitation, which must be going on. If it is good, they can back out. Otherwise, it is in China's interest also that Russia depletes itself. It is West is also looking in terms of depletion of Russia, and Russia is going to take far too many hits. So I think at this point of time, Russia has far more reasons to consider a face-saving device and back out. But yes, we don't know what is happening. If Ukraine can sustain for a little more, I think Ukraine will emerge it has already emerged as a moral victor, but Ukraine's position is going to be stronger.
Thanks, sir, for giving us all those insights. We'll come back to you.